everyone, I'm Asha. Welcome to the Girl Talk HQ Weekly Wrap-Up. Today's topic is all about men. Are they the enemy of feminists? I know what you're thinking, the answer should be obvious, right? No, they're not the enemy, and unfortunately, the answer isn't obvious, and the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because I have a blog. It's called girltalkhq.com, and I blog a lot about women's issues, women's interests, women's rights. I promote healthy role models through the media, healthy messages, positivity, inspiration, and empowerment for women, but I don't bag on men, and I don't believe that's what feminism is about. But unfortunately, there are some groups out there, there are some people, women, who think that to elevate us, we have to basically trample on men. But I don't think that's the case. The other reason why I want to bring this up is because I've actually had some comments, guys writing to me on Twitter, both my Twitter accounts, @AshaDyer and @GirlTalkHQ, as well as the website, saying to me, you know, in response to certain articles, hey, you know, men get bullied too, and men have body image issues, men suffer from eating disorders, we get objectified by advertising and things like that. And I really appreciate every single comment that I get, whether it's a negative comment or a positive comment. You don't have to agree with what I'm writing about. I encourage a conversation, and that's what I think it's all about. So men, I just want to tell you out there, you are not the enemy. I don't hate you at all. I grew up with some amazing men in my life, and I really, really love them. But I have to tell you that just because I'm promoting positivity for women doesn't mean that I hate you guys. Don't confuse the absence of messages for men being the same as hating on men, because it's not. But I also should let you know that I have an entire section, an entire category on girltalkhq.com dedicated to men out there who are just awesome and who believe in women's rights and who sometimes even call themselves feminists. I'll put the link below, but it's basically called Boys We Like, because you know what? There are some men out there who are seriously doing some awesome things in the name of gender equality. President Obama is one of them. And the other person who I really, really love, who openly called himself a feminist on the Ellen DeGeneres show, was Joseph Gordon-Levitt. If you don't believe me, check out the link below. As a feminist, do you have to hate men, and do you have to diss other types of women? And I believe no. I believe that is wrong, because for me and a lot of women out there, feminism is simply having a choice. You know, back in the 1800s, when the first feminist movement came about in Seneca Falls in the US, women wanted to vote. They wanted to have a voice in public society. So fast forward to 2014, we can do that. And in a lot of countries, most countries around the world, women have the right to vote, women have the right to be CEOs and do anything they want. And so that's what I think feminism was about originally. My boyfriend has said to me so many times, you know, men are not the enemy. You women are the enemies for each other. And I kind of agree. And that's why I want to promote positive messages and empowerment for women, so that we're not tearing each other down. Now, the reason why I say men are not the enemy is because there's so many ways that we can help each other. You know, women have strengths and men have strengths, and they're different. But together, you know, we could do so many more amazing things. We see it a lot in politics, where gender becomes such a paramount issue, especially in the areas of healthcare and salaries in the workplace, which is something that's being debated on a lot in America right now. Republican Congresswoman Marsha Blackburn from Tennessee recently came out and said that she doesn't want women to be paid equally as men in the workplace. Let's just kind of rewind a little bit. She's 60, she's a Republican. She's from Tennessee, which is the South. You know, they're very traditional, which I get and I totally respect. She obviously grew up in an era where women relied on men for financial stability, especially. But nowadays, in 2014, you know, the reason why women get married to men may not be for the same reasons as it was back in the 50s and 60s. I recently spoke with an awesome friend of mine. Her name's Amanda DeCadenet. You probably know about her. She has a show called The Conversation. And Amanda gave this amazing insight. The reason why we choose a partner is not for the same reasons as men and women did 30 or 40 years ago. We've got to look for different things, you know, because nowadays women are independent. We don't need men to be competent in life or financially stable. I think that's really, really great wisdom to know, that the reason why we're in marriages and relationships today is for a different reason. The fact that Marsha Blackburn said these comments, it indicates what kind of an era she grew up in, but it's also a very damaging message, I believe, to teach the women of America, especially the next generation, because it shows them the only thing that they should aspire to in life is marriage, which is wrong. However, if there are women out there who do aspire to only be a stay-at-home mom or be a housewife, that's okay, as long as it's your choice. You know, no one should be forced into that circumstance by certain types of legislation that are in place. You know, women should also have the choice to do the same job as a man in an industry and get paid the same. A message like this also perpetuates these stereotypes that men are the enemy, men are misogynists, men are trying to trample on women, and women have to rise up and do everything they can just to get equality, including bashing men. And that's not right. So those are the problems I have with Marsha Blackburn's message. So I'm here to tell you that you can coexist with men in your life and be a feminist. In fact, most of the feminists I know in my community here in Los Angeles, they're married, some of them have kids, they have boyfriends. Now, for those few men who wrote to me and, you know, expressed a little bit of discontentment at the blogs that I put out there and some of the tweets that I'd written, I just want you to know that I don't have anything against you guys. Men and women should have an equal voice, an equal say in society, and be able to live equally. Go to girltalkhq.com. The link is below where you can check out the category called Boys We Like, which is all about men who are really promoting women's rights and women's issues all over the world. And if you want to be inspired by other women who are doing positive things and empowering one another in so many different industries, please go to girltalkhq.com. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because every week I'm going to be talking about a different topic that's on my mind. I'm representing everyday women, millennial women out there. Subscribe to this channel, check out girltalkhq.com, and I'll see you next time.